Hello, my YouTube family and friends. I pray that everyone is having a blessed Monday. It's 76 degrees here. It feels wonderful outside. This is my first time coming outside. I'm on my way to pick up my daughter since I dropped her off this morning. But just wanted to hop on here and just share some words of encouragement. Let's stop worrying about let's stop being so concerned with what people think about us. That ties in with the people pleasing spirit, trying to accommodate other people and worrying about, if they like us, if they don't like us. Truth of the matter is, they didn't like Jesus. They didn't like, and since they hated him, they're going to hate us because we stand for what's right. So, let's be ourselves. Be yourself. Don't try to, change how you are and what how you talk and how you act and look, trying to fit in with everybody else. Be different, stand out, and watch how God will bless you. And, a lot of times the people that we're trying to accommodate so much and the people that we're trying to impress, they're not even good with themselves. If you think about that, if you think about somebody in your life or may still be in your life that you've been trying to impress, but just analyze some things about that person, or carry on the conversation with that person, and you'll probably most likely find out that they're not even good with themselves. We spend so much time trying to impress other people. We all answer to God ultimately. Whether you believe in Jesus or not, one day you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to answer to him for all that you did and you did not do. So again, don't be so concerned with how people are looking at you and what they think about you, and trying to adjust your way to what they want. And and I'm taking from someone who I lived that type of life for many, many, many years. And it was not until my husband passed away is when I realized how foolish I had been all those years. Just trying to accommodate people, trying to get them to family, trying to. I would go over my parents' house. They only lived a few minutes from where we live. We lived like literally 8-10 minutes from each other. And I would literally, looking in the mirror before I walked in their house, trying to make sure I looked a certain way so they would, approve of it, or, making sure, I'm dressed a certain way. And we got to get out of that, because, there's nothing good that's going to come out of that. You're going to, end up in just doing that over and over and over for years and years, like what I did. And, there's nothing wrong with looking nice and being nice and being kind. But, when you're taking it to the extreme where you're trying to do it to please somebody, to get them to like you, to get them to love you. And truth of the matter is, they should be doing those things without you doing that. You shouldn't have to readjust yourself so they'll like you, or so they'll love you more, or so they will, take to you. That should not be the case. And again, I would do that. And, sometimes I would be really dressed up because we would be coming in from church, and then sometimes I'd just be casual. And, they always would generally say the same thing. Oh, you put on some weight. And I'm thinking to myself, gosh, a beat down's a beat down. That's not, even if I see something on somebody, I'm not going to say that to them because I don't want to hurt their feelings. I'm not going to, immediately say that to them, because the way it came across from them, it wasn't being nice. It was actually trying to tear me down. So I'm just like, wow, even after I've looked in the mirror, in the car, trying to make sure, I'm looking cute or whatever, so I thought, and I'm still getting pulled down. So again, even in your best outfit, even in your best car, your best house, people are still going to find something wrong. And I can also remember the house that we moved from in Tennessee, I've shared this before, it was like on a slope, on a hill. So me and we and the next door neighbors, we shared a driveway. So they would veer off to the right where their garage was at. They didn't really have a driveway, so to speak. They just had a garage, 2-car garage. And then we had more, sort of more driveway, more area to park and everything than they did. Because our driveway led all the way up, veered off to the left at the top of the hill to a carport. So anyway, we had, if somebody was over there, they could park on the hill. We always say park on the hill or whatever. And they did that. But again, we had a few family members. They would come over to visit, and they would say, what were y'all thinking? Moving on this hill, moving into a house on a hill. And I'm thinking to myself, well, we got some options here. You can not come over here, and you wouldn't have to deal with that. But we never said that to them. But we were like, are you serious? So we're gonna move because you don't approve of where we live or how the parking is where we live. And then the other part was just basically, I guess, getting on us, chastising us for living there. And I'm just like, some things that people say, I would never say out loud to nobody that I love. It's just, and it comes across, it doesn't come across nice either. It comes across very mean and hateful, a lot of times when people say certain stuff to you. And I'm just like, so I used to tell me and my late husband, we were just, he ignored it because he was like, whatever, we're not moving, so whatever. But the thing about it, they would say it. They wouldn't say it all the time, but if they had a little trouble, getting out of the driveway or whatever, because like I said, it was a pretty steep hill, and they would say, yeah, why would y'all get moving a house on a hill, And I'm like, well, to be honest, we were just so happy to get approved for the house. We weren't even really concerned with, it was on a hill. We were just happy to be approved for the house, and it was a beautiful house. It was a beautiful house. It was brand new just about when we moved in it. So again, that was probably at the bottom of our list. We were not even thinking about that. Oh, this house is on a hill, because what it was, we didn't have a backyard. So it was the last house in the subdivision, so it was built on a slope. So there was no backyard. There was a front yard, but it was kind of slopish, if you will. And so the kids, when they were growing up, the youngest son and the oldest girl, they were pretty big when we moved in there. But my baby girl, she, of course, the oldest boy, he was already big. But the baby girl, she, she grew up there pretty much all of her whole time growing up. She spent her whole time growing up there. So she didn't, she spent a lot of time there at that home. And the other two, the youngest son and the oldest daughter, we just always sort of took them to the park, like to the park, or did some type of outing, because we didn't have a backyard. We didn't really have a yard for them to play in and stuff. So we did the best we could. We made the best of it, of that situation. But yeah, we would laugh about that, like, yeah, right, we're gonna move because you all, the nerve of people, we're gonna move because you don't like where we live. You don't like our driveway. You don't like our parking space. So we're gonna find us another house because of what you think or what you don't like. So that's what I'm talking about. I just wanted to give some examples. That's what I've had to deal with in my life. People wanting you to readjust to what they want you to do. Not what you want to do, but what they would like for you to do. I had another time where a family member said to my late husband, he shared it with me, and he was like, like I said, he allowed things to roll off him. I still, it would get under my skin, because I'm just like, the nerve, but he was so calm, cool, and collective. If it did bother him, he didn't show it. He honestly did not show it. I could not tell by looking at him that it bothered him or anything like that. But he would just say, sometimes he just laugh about it, like, whatever, because he knew, me and him both knew we weren't gonna do anything about it. So it was like, whatever. And so anyway, he like I said, he didn't allow it to get in his spirit. He didn't allow it to bother him at all. And but the other family member, they said we had a extra car, and so they said not extra car, but we had quite a few cars. So one of them was like a SUV, and so that family member said, y'all should give that car, that SUV needs to go to such and so and so and so. And so my late husband was like, he came, he shared that with me. He was like, do you believe that they said that to me? And I said, because I wasn't around when they said it, and I'm sort of glad I wasn't, because I'm like, wow, that's so bold. And so said, so basically was saying that we didn't need that SUV, because we had other cars, but the other family member, they needed it because they had smaller children. So I'm like, wow, So again, this is what you have to deal with. You can be super nice to somebody. You can be accommodating. You can be everything that you could try to be to them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna they're gonna like you, or you're gonna be pleasing to them. That's why you shouldn't even try to do that, because I've said this so many times before. You can give people money, you can buy them things. Come on, let's go to the store, come on, let me buy you this, let me buy you that, and they'll still have something to complain about. They'll still be like, that's not the size I wanted, or I didn't want a blouse, I wanted some pants, or I didn't want that, I wanted some socks. People are always going to find something wrong with whatever you do. You can do good, they're going to complain about it. If you do bad, they're going to complain about it. So just be yourself. Quit trying to please people. That goes from your job, that goes for in your family, in your home life, in your social life, whatever it is. Don't live your life like that, because that's like living in prison. And I did that so many years that I think back on that, and I'm just like, I'm sort of embarrassed, because I'm like, I was under the people pleasing spirit. I wanted to make sure everybody was happy, and wanted to make sure that they liked me. So since, in order for them to like me, the people that were in my life, they wanted to change me. They wanted me to do what they wanted me to do. And even in my previous jobs, I dealt with that. So again, be yourself. Quit trying to be somebody else. God made us all unique, and he made us all like that for a purpose. So as always, I pray that you always hear Jesus speaking through me and not just me. I pray that every prayer that you've ever prayed to Jesus, that he will answer it according to his perfect, holy, divine will for your lives. I pray that he continues to encamp his holy angels around you and your family, both day and night. And I just want to share this too before I close out the video. This morning I felt some type of way this morning. I was just like, oh, I was telling my oldest daughter last night, I'm like, oh, I want to take me a day. I was talking about today. And I'm glad I didn't, because, that's what the enemy wants us to not. I wasn't giving up, but I was just like, oh, I want to, but I'm looking at what time it is. It's 3:23 now. So I'm glad I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I'm still, whatever. So I'm thankful that I did not give in to that feeling. And again, for some reason on Mondays, I get plenty rest on Sundays, but for some reason on Mondays, I don't know if that's a day I need to add to my, it's a day I need to add to my off days or something. But it's just like, it's so Sunday, all day Sunday, I'm good. I had just a really beautiful Sunday yesterday, and I love when I can spend time with my children and we eat and have fun and talk and laugh and watch TV, whatever, movies. Watched a really good movie last night before I went to sleep. And that, this morning I'm just like, I got up and got ready like I always do, but it always hits me like, okay, you know, I'm tired, but I'm glad I didn't give in to that. I'm glad that I went ahead and pushed my way through. I'm so glad that I did that. I'm thankful to Jesus. You know, when we ask him for strength, he will indeed give that to us, and I'm so thankful to him for everything. But again, always remember, I love you, but remember, Jesus loves you so much more. Have a blessed, beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye.